Hey, you guys, welcome back to Hospitality Queens with your favorite two hospitality gurus. I'm Erin,
What up? It's Whitney.
and welcome back to another episode.
And welcome back, y'all.
It is very much fall in my neighborhood right now, so fall allergies has a rise, you guys. So if you haven't already, stock up on your herbs.
Yeah. Yeah. For some people, allergies could be year round wherever you live at, to be honest. So I saw a thing, I think I sent it to you, like a good remedy for allergies. I can't remember what exactly it was for. Maybe it was just for allergies or just like the season changing. Just something that you can keep in your house. Like you let it like sit in a jar for like 6 weeks and then you just use it whenever you need it. So I like stuff like that better than using like over the counter medicine because I don't really think they work. It's just like a money grab. So you just keep buying it over and over. But honestly, the sickness really just goes away on its own. You're just putting this stuff in your body that you think is supposed to work because it says cold and flu.
Yeah, definitely. Find you guys some whole herbs that help forever. So that's definitely a good
Yeah.
part. And your
And it
diet
was
is huge.
it was stuff that common stuff you could have in your spice cabinet already. So that was a really
Mm-hmm.
cool thing. Like depending on like what kind of stuff you buy, but nothing really expensive. Stuff you can go to Walmart and buy, even the dollar
Yeah.
store and buy the same herbs and stuff. And it does has the same effect. So I love stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely in every vibe. I will say some brands definitely use better products than
Yeah.
others, but for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, because I just know I remember like a while ago someone had said something about like the wines or something that we may choose are like high or like expensive.
Hmm.
So like, do what you can. Like don't feel like you have to go and break the bank just in anything that you do. Just start
Yeah,
small. Sometimes like, start small wherever you can. You don't have to buy the most expensive things. And then just, save and get to that point because you could do
facts.
that because a lot of
Yeah,
people just try to keep up with what they see and other things, and it's really not about the label, the brand, or anything like that. But just do what you can do, but don't overexert yourself to fit anything. So
agreed.
yeah,
Definitely.
just do your research and find what fits best for your budget.
Yeah,
Okay.
what works for you and not for everybody else. Don't
Mhm.
keep up with the Joneses because they don't care about
Yeah.
you.
Because you don't even know what the Joneses are doing. Like you don't know if they're even keeping up. Like you don't know what these other people are
Yeah.
doing. So you just can't like count other people's pockets. But that takes me into my affirmation. Oh, I guess I saw this Friday night, and that's so funny. But it says, "Reason not to stress," and then it just says God. So whatever higher power you believe in, if you don't believe in a higher power, just um life is just so way too short just to stress about things that you can't control. All you can do is go out there, do the best you could do. You know what you got going on. It's all on you. No one's gonna save you. No one's gonna be like, oh, you need da 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 da. Let me just give you this. Like, no one's gonna do that. You may see it on TV. You may think you see it on Instagram, but the only person that you can count on is yourself and God or whoever you believe in to give you that strength to like keep going. So yeah, it's time to just I think I sent it I may have sent it to you or maybe I didn't send it to anybody, but it was this girl and she was talking and she was just like, no, I can't go out. No, I can't go out for drinks. No, I can't do this. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like I'm focusing, I'm getting another job, I'm doing this, I'm creating another stream of income for myself because I'm betting on me and all these other things are going to contribute to keeping money in my pocket. So the answer is no. And I was like, I love that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely. You got to have healthy boundaries for yourself and whatever works for you. And also just like everyone likes a highlight reel. That's why you guys want to stroll on your social medias all the time. But at the end of the day, like social media is a entertainment platform. Some
Hmm.
things are resourceful, some things are helpful, but it's not something you should live by or, want to consume too much because when you consume that so much, it takes you away from what you're trying to do. So
Yep.
if you're trying to do all the goals, do it for yourself, not because everybody on social media has X, Y, and Z. Do it for
Right.
yourself, and that is beautiful because you have all the power. You are your own inner God, right? Because you are a goddess
Hmm.
or a god. a God-fearing person, so you need to make sure that you have a high vibration all the time. You always know what you need to do. It's always in there. But we just want
Mhm.
to have validation from sources and things and people to feel like we can, but the source is
Mhm.
within you. If you have the thought, just push yourself to do it. And it's okay if you get the no's. I think we have to normalize like rejection, because that's
Mhm.
okay, because it might mean that something else is better around the corner. But if you
Yeah.
don't allow yourself to go through that, then you'll never see it.
Yeah. I saw this thing, or read this thing that said just if something doesn't work out or if it is a no, it's because something better. Like you're supposed to get better anyway. So like, don't even worry about if that didn't work out. And I know it's hard because we're humans and we're just like so custom and like we've been put in all this, I feel like, sabotage for all these years to like think that way.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to like get out of that thinking. I saw this girl on TikTok. She was like, we have to like change our mindset. So like even if you mess up or like I don't know, you were like late to work and like something bad happened, that was supposed to happen to show you the bigger lesson. So don't like beat yourself down about it or whatever. Like you never know what it could have been, like how like sometimes you something's holding you up and you could be like, oh well, there could have been a car accident I avoided or anything like that. So just stop like making like the one thing like a huge thing of like, oh my god, this happened, and just be like, it's just life, and just keep going and go with the flow. Like it doesn't have to be like a
Mm-hmm.
big like to do if like one little thing just doesn't go as planned. So yeah, give yourself
Yeah.
grace, to just be a human.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And sometimes you just you can miss 10 minutes of somebody else's dream, which is your top
Yeah.
sometimes. So I think that's okay. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
y'all. I know,
Yeah.
timeliness is fun and it's awesome, but at the end of the day, like I mean, you should be on your time too. And so if you need to
Mhm.
get gas because you just need to get gas and you didn't
Get the
want to do it
gas.
last night, so get the gas, get your food, get your coffee if that's going to make your mood better. Do
Mhm.
what you need to do before you walk in those establishments so you can feel in a good place, because sometimes
Yeah.
you rush and you get there and you didn't get to do anything you wanted to do. And now you got to deal with everybody and their shenanigans all day long.
Mhm.
So then you're unhappy and then you have a rough day and then you get in a car and you mad at somebody, you hunk and you got road rage. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
Snowball
we have
effect.
no one has time for that.
But the
So
key
go
is
ahead and
though,
get what you need.
just tell the people you gonna be late. That's what
Yeah,
people be
for sure.
messing up. So you can be
Communication is
late.
key.
Just tell them I'm gonna be late. Now, if you
Yeah.
just 10, 15 and nobody know where you at, okay, you deserve the tune when you
Yeah,
finally get
yeah.
there. Okay, but
Yeah.
you gotta tell somebody. I used to work with someone like that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
10 minutes late, 15 minutes late, and no communication. Just walk in the door like, do, 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 do. And it's like, bro, like, that's so rude. You can't do that. And
Yeah, yeah.
we can't just assume
Right,
that
right,
you're going to
right.
be late because are you
Right.
okay? Like, did something happen? You got kid, like, what's up? So just
Yeah.
shoot a text,
Yeah.
if you're going to be
BRB.
10. Yeah, like that is the
I'm
key
on the way.
now. Don't
Yeah,
be late and
communication.
don't
Yeah.
tell nobody you're not going to be there on
Yeah,
time.
for sure.
That's
Definitely
that's where
communicate
it's
that.
messed up. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, especially if you have a team waiting for you and stuff like that. It's just only right to like communicate and make sure that everybody has what they need and no one feels away. So I definitely agree. Communication is super important, especially if you're going to
Yeah.
be late. Especially, I think everybody should get like a 10-minute grace period, but it
I
depending on
think
the
it should be
scenario.
5. Yeah, because it depends. If you're in the service industry, it's just tricky because there's tables coming in, people getting off, and like you could be holding someone else up from getting off and going to do something else. Maybe they have to go pick up their kids or go to another job and they can't do that because you're late. So that's like
Yes, yeah,
that's
yeah.
not fair because you're cutting into someone else's time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it all goes. You're cutting into someone's time, regardless if you're a one person thing. You could have a like whatever, but just tell them you're going to be late instead of just coming up late because it's always someone else's time unless you work for yourself. Like you're
Yeah,
going
for
to
sure.
always have to answer to somebody, um, at some point
Yeah, for sure.
in your job, unless you are the owner and operator of your business. And still, then people are waiting on you, so you just can't. You have to be mindful of other people's time.
Yeah,
Um, do
definitely.
you
I
have an
think
affirmation, or did you already say
I
yours?
do.
Okay.
So it is, I'm grateful for a fresh start to a new week. I check my attitude and choose to have a great day on purpose. I refuse to let any negativity distract me. So just
Period.
start your week off great. You're falling into fall, let that baggage fall off the wayside and keep pushing.
I saw
Period.
this thing yesterday. It's like that I said I was gonna post it next Sunday, and it's just like that. It said, on Sundays we let go and move forward. We let go of any problems from last week. We let go of anyone who doesn't deserve to move forward in your life. We give all of our problems to God. We don't allow any negativity from last week to move into a brand new week. We move forward to a positive week and welcome new blessings, new opportunities, and new financial overflow. We speak these things in Jesus' name. Have a blessed Sunday. I said, okay, I needed to see that. Because that's a big
Yeah.
thing, especially for me too. Like I'm very like just mental and like think about a lot of stuff and like taking things from hell, not even last week, fucking last month. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
constantly
Mm-hmm.
thinking about a thing or situation or whatever. And you don't realize how you're bringing in that energy into new things that you do. Like
Right.
so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm always very
Definitely.
into my head about whatever it could be, whatever my obsession is for that time. So I needed to see that.
Absolutely. I think that's definitely a key piece. I always love like Sundays as a reset, but honestly, I started my reset on Saturday of just like
Mhm.
cleaning a little bit, things of that nature. It doesn't really have to be a certain day. Sometimes it could just be when you need it as well.
Mhm.
And if you have that time to yourself, or like, okay, cool, I'm not working. So like this is my reset. Like at the end of the day, I
Yep.
wanna like I just worked yesterday. I wanna cut that off, like and
Yeah,
get that
cut it.
energy out immediately so I'm able to like have a really good weekend, you know. So sometimes
Yeah.
even if you work a 9 to 5 or Monday through Friday, like your reset could be Friday night, you know, where you are
Mhm.
just like allowing yourself to detach from the work, have some me time. And me time doesn't have to be all the fancy stuff you guys see on the internet. It could be just what
Mhm.
it needs to be. It could just be
Mhm.
you with time to yourself, read a book, write, light a candle. Child love lighting a candle, and that just be that, you know. It doesn't have to be
Mhm.
anything crazy. Write an affirmation, read them over, meditate, whatever works for you. Just give yourself some time because we
Yeah.
get so busy. I'm definitely a queen of that. Like I get busy with just duties and things to do, but I need to make sure that I'm always giving myself at least a little bit of time a day because it doesn't work for me if I don't anymore. I'm no longer in a
Mhm.
place to not give myself time. So
I think well over the weekend there was like an eclipse, right? Was that Friday or Saturday or just the whole
solar
thing?
eclipse was
Solar
Saturday.
eclipse Saturday,
Hmm.
right? So I kept was reading stuff about it, just like being like taking your time, like be in the house, rest, all those things. And yesterday, literally, like that's what I did. Me and Jonah were in the bed all day. We had breakfast in bed. We never do that. I don't even allow a chip in here. Like I'm very serious about that. In his
Oh.
room, you can do whatever you want. I don't sleep in there, but in my room, I have white bedding and all that. So like, I just don't ever sleep like eat in my bed. Maybe like a banana or orange max. But we had breakfast in bed. We watched movies. Like we were literally in bed. I let Jonah bring all his toys in here. You can do whatever
Yeah.
you want, but I'm in the bed. Like that's
Yeah.
fine. We can play, but we're in the bed. Like that's just it. That's what we're doing today. And we had the
Mhm.
best time. And we never like usually my days off are days that Jonah is in school. So we don't ever get to have those like full days together.
Yeah.
Which if you're any type of it doesn't matter if you're a single parent, whatever, just a parent, that's crucial where you don't have to like just see your child for a few hours in a day because
Mhm.
sometimes it's like that. You get your kid ready for school, so from the time they wake up to the time Jonah goes to school, I probably see him for 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? He
Mhm.
goes to school all day. If I'm at work, when he gets out of school, he gets picked up by someone else. And then when I pick him up, he could be sleeping.
Yeah.
So I literally only saw my child 45 minutes that one day. And then it
Mhm.
happens the next day, the next day, the next day. So,
Mhm.
like, when you're a working parent, you don't get to see your kid that much. That's just it. So having that one day where you get to see them from morning to night all day is so
Yeah.
exciting, and it's just you have to maximize that time.
Yeah.
So literally all day, just thanking God and just so grateful that I'm able to spend a whole full day with my son. So
Yeah.
yeah, so loved that yesterday.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. Definitely, quality time is important, and I
Hmm.
think like you said, you work a lot, so for even for you to just have a full day where you don't have to have the responsibilities necessarily as a parent, which is it's a
Hmm.
nice feeling. You're able to actually like wake up and not have to rush to get ready to do breakfast. You don't have to be such like on a time clock. That's
Hmm.
super helpful, for you too, because, yes, you get to spend that time and it's like, okay, I can release the pressure of feeling like I need to do this the right way, make sure my
Yeah.
kid looks good, make sure he like eating,
Yes.
like they're gonna eat.
Yeah.
It just
But
it was gonna be what
yeah.
it's gonna be. And that's
Yeah.
okay. And they like that too, to be honest. And they're like they don't want to get up and do all this stuff and then have to go look
No.
at people's faces in the mornings. We have to consider the kids as
Ciao.
well. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's it's helpful. I love a little less of a time crunch during the day. It's nice to have a little bit of a breather sometimes. It's not easy.
Yes. And one thing Jonah's gonna make sure we don't got school today. Like he's going to double check on the weekend. I'm like, no school. He's like, okay. So
That's
yeah,
epic. I love the
you
reassurance
want to
that's
go,
there.
okay?
That's lovely. It's like, what is it? Yeah, seriously, I know. I know. It's you just want to make sure like is this a joke? Like
Yeah.
are you gonna
I
change your
got my
mind on me?
right. I got my days right, right? Because
Yeah.
sometimes it's like they got a half day, or there's just
Yeah.
randomly no school. Like he's only 5, so he's like not really understanding like why do we not have school today? I think we're supposed to have
Right,
school. So
right.
yeah, I get it. But Charles, people ask me that like, does he like school? I'm like, he's 5 and he's just like a typical kid. He don't want to go. Like I don't
Yeah,
like
I don't think
no
anyone
kid
I
want. I mean,
mean, there is
some
a
kid no
few, but
that like school,
there's
but like
yeah, but like,
no.
yeah.
He won't be with Granny. He won't go because she gonna take him to McDonald's and all the places that I'm not gonna take him. So he want to be with her.
Yeah. I mean, if you really think about it though, like even as, as your adult, like what do you really want to do? Like
Yeah,
you
we
don't
don't want
really
to go
want
to
to go to
work.
work. So
Trying to
it's
be a
like
stay-at-home mom. What you talking about? Like
so the
what?
kids don't want to go to school. I think, it's just that like that horrible American dream story. It's like a nightmare, right? Like you get up, you go to school, go to work. Who wants to do that? That is horrible. It's not fun. Like it is not fun. I don't know why they thought they was gonna put this a sheet over our face and this was gonna be fun. That's spooky ooky and it's not
B.
fun. It's not fun. Who wants to wake up with an alarm clock and
It's
have to
so
look at people
funny
that you don't like? Like who
that
wants to
you
do
don't
that?
like at work. There's this well at my old job. There's this guy who like he would set timers for like stuff in the kitchen, and it'd be the same timer that goes off when you like go to wake up, and it would be so annoying. Like no one wants to hear that at 3 o'clock. Change your alarm or like
Seriously.
be on it. Like because I can set an alarm and I'll get it right before like my mental. Still have a mental clock, and I'll go stop it before I know it's gonna go off. Like kind of like
Yeah.
not everyone's like this, but if you have something in the microwave, I'm stopping it before. I don't want to hear all that noise. I really
Right.
don't. I don't like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I try to catch it too. That's funny. Yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, let me just try to be a little bit proactive with that, just for that helpful. But yeah, no, it makes sense. Like, I don't know. Like, if you don't want to do it, your kids don't want to do it. No one wants to
We
do
all want
that.
to be living La Vida Loca in
Yeah.
Mexico on vacation, live life on
Every day,
vacation.
every day. And I think,
Hmm.
ultimately that's the goal, right? Is to be able to convert your lifestyle into a free
Hmm.
lifestyle. So,
Hmm.
go into this week motivated and knowing what the dream is and make that shit happen.
Period. Period. 'Cause, ooh. So, so funny. I was gonna say something about our last show, but I totally forgot. But our last show, we were talking about, I know I was saying like, asking Aaron, well, what if you went someplace and this happened? And what if you went someplace and that happened? And I was literally at my like, what is it, your wit's end with the current place that I worked at because
Mm-hmm.
like my professionalism, my morals, like how I view hospitality and customer service just no longer aligned with the place that I was employed at. And I was
Yeah.
employed with this place off and on since I was pregnant with Jonah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a hard decision because Erin knows once I'm over something, I'm over it. Like I can't
Mm-hmm.
stand it. It gives me an ick. Like I can't process and move on in life. So I quit that job. And I don't, you know how you see stuff on Instagram and it's like, just quit the job because they're not going to they don't care about you, or just
Yeah.
take the day that you need. Because if you're not there, the company's still going to move on, right?
Right.
Um, so I did just that. I did have a job prior to quitting, but it was just, it came down to my like peace, like just
Right.
my
Mhm.
personal peace of mind, my mental health, because it was like literally like driving me crazy. I could not sleep at
Mhm.
couldn't sleep at night. I was not eating how I normally, I just, all I could see all these things around me that just were not progressing how it was prior to me taking the position. And we talked about it on the show. I would never be a manager at a restaurant, and I talked to y'all about how I accepted it, but I really did it from the kindness of my heart because I could see from being a server there the opportunities
Right.
that they had and how the proper management could help change all that. And I was doing that, but when you don't have the support from the people who own the restaurant, there's no other management in the building other than yourself. So there's no one else to help you work the workload, help you implement the things that you need to implement so it can run smoothly. It's going to drain you because it's just on one person. There's no one else that is doing the work. Literally no one else. And I just was over it because it wasn't my dream. I didn't want to do it. I was asked to do it, and I knew I could do it. So I was like, okay, I could do it. But I didn't want to. So, and it wasn't serving me. And I have these affirmations that I say every day, and all of my affirmations that were like my because I do like, I break them up, but all of my like professional like work affirmations that I was saying, there was no way that those were going to come to fruition if I stayed employed at that place. There just was no possible way. So I had to leave, and the place that I'm working now is the place that I always knew that I would work if it didn't work out at the old place. And when I tell you, like, all of my professional affirmations are like, have come to fruition in the 1 week that I've
Yeah.
worked at this place. 1 week, y'all. Like, in my one training week, everything has been in alignment. I'm just like looking around, like, dang, this is exactly the stuff that I've been affirming, like how I feel. This is
Mhm.
the things that I've been affirming. Like everything is like falling into place. So I say that to say a lot of times it's crunchy because it's like this is the place that I've worked, and I'm a mother and it's all on me. Like I pay for every single everything that I have and that my child has. So it is crunchy. You're like, oh my God, how am I going to pay for this? Or how am I going to do this? Or how is it going to work out? Because we all know when you're starting a new job, doesn't matter if it's food or bev or whatever, your first paycheck is going to be a little delayed, right? So, like, you already have to be prepared for that and all of that. But God, or whoever you believe in, but for me, it's God, and He makes a way. He made a way. I have no stress about money. All of my bills are paid on time in full. There's no
Yes.
like, so like everything that I needed worked out.
Mhm.
Literally. Like
Yeah.
that's it. No one gave me anything. I didn't have no one. I had to call my parents. No one helped me but me. I went to work, I worked hard, and I got the money that I needed to pay for everything that I need and I want. So
Right.
I'm just thankful. And you just, sometimes you have to take that leap, because even with that job I was working at, it was crunchy paying my bills, y'all. Like
Yeah.
why? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
you can't, having a full-time job, or you coming to work working hard. Like if you have ever worked with me, you know that I'm not lazy. I don't like just come to work to play. Like I'm very serious about when I work. And if you are still like struggling or like having to break things, and it's fine if you have to break bills up into two, like that's just, it is what it is. But however, if you get a
It's not ideal.
promotion, right, it's not ideal. And if you get a promotion and you were making more money before you got the promotion and you were financially comfortable, it's not adding up, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you just have to like sit back and be like, you know what, this is more of a benefit for them, which obviously is always going to be a bigger benefit for the company. But
Yes.
you have to weigh it out. And if it's not serving you, find something else that will. And move on. Like, it's okay because you have to be straight for yourself and your family first. Like, I'm not never gonna struggle and someone else be benefiting. Like, it's just not. That is never ever going to happen. So I'm just so much happier now. I can sleep. Like, I'm sleeping,
Yeah,
like sleeping like a baby. Like,
that's
not up
awesome.
till 3 a.m. anymore. Like, mind racing. Like, sleeping, eating, all these things. Like, when I at my new job, I'm like, this is about to be like college, like freshman 15. Like, I'm eating everything, like, because it's new food,
Yeah,
and the type of food is so different. So it is a little heavier. I'm like, I'm about to get a little thick, so I'm not mad at that. But just like it's just new. The energy is just fresh and just like everything that I need. So I'm just so happy to be in a just happier space. And it's
yeah,
just like real, true room for growth. People see your value. They tell you, um, like when you're doing a good job, tell you if something needs improvement, but not in a way that's demeaning or talking down to you, giving you
right.
like tips on like, okay, this is what I did, like this is how I do it to help you rather than talk about you behind your back and you find out 2 months later that you're doing something wrong. So
Yeah.
it's that. So I'm
Transparent
so
communication. It's
yeah,
it's so important.
I'm just so happy that I made that choice because I could have easily stayed where I was at
Hmm.
just to get through and get along just because, and I'm just happy that I didn't. So
Oh,
yeah.
I'm loving that you deserve all the things, and I think, when people see your value, they treat you better, and you feel that energy reciprocated. And I think everyone deserves to have that, in whatever situation you're in. You want to be able to feel appreciated and valued with what you bring to the table, because at the end of the day, that's your time, your energy that you're taking away from other things that you could be doing,
Mhm.
and you're investing into, you know them. And it's important to feel seen, it's important to feel valued, it's important to, however you want to be shown appreciation, you should receive that. It doesn't matter, how people think it should go. It should be about what works for you, because that's what helps
Right.
refill your cup, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes where our cups are just so dry because we're just filling up for everybody. We're there for everybody. We're there for everybody. We're there for everybody. We're there for everybody. And then there you are. Your cup is empty. You can't sleep. You're not eating. You're stressed out, and it's because you genuinely care. That's why you keep pouring out of that cup. And some people
Right.
don't realize, like, sometimes it's just in your DNA. Like, sometimes people can't help but to pour from a cup, no matter if it's empty or full. It's part of your makeup.
Yep.
And so if you're able to, like, really, um understand, like, hey, this is part of my makeup, but but I need this on the other side of that, you're able to find full fulfillment within yourself. And I love that you're able to breathe and sleep again, because you deserve
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
We give and give and give, but, like, what are you getting? And it's not really the check. Like, the check is nice and that's beautiful, but it's also like, I feel like, in some areas, when you feel appreciated and fulfilled in those ways, that's also fulfilling, because you don't feel like you're wasting away. When
Right.
it's also like, you want to wake up every we just said we don't want to wake up and do stuff we don't want to do. So if I am waking up and I am showing up every day for you, and being there, I want to make sure that I feel that same energy. Like, I should feel that
Mhm.
same energy that I'm giving. I would Dan actually said something to me. It's like, man, if it's not matching your energies, man, I don't want it. Like, I don't want it. I need it to match my energy in every way. If I'm doing this, what was my word of the, I had a word of the week or something the other day, reciprocity, right? What am I getting
Mhm.
out of the deal? I deserve to get something out of the deal. And it could be money. It could actually be all of the things, right? What is your affirmations? What is aligning with you? I
Mhm.
recently was just like, I had a hard week last week. But I knew, like, exactly what it was in so many different ways. Like, I
Mhm.
felt misaligned. I didn't have enough of me time. I felt the unbalance, and it really took me down. Like, it took me down to the point where, like, I just didn't even feel myself. I felt like I honestly thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital with some child. It was
Mhm.
horrible. But in that moment of just feeling like that, it broke me to make me realize, like, I'm not fully aligned with what I want. I'm not really feeling the best in a lot of ways, and I'm not taking care of myself to fill my cup up. And it takes time. I wish it was like an overnight thing. I wish I could be like, okay, great, everything's working out overnight.
Yeah.
It's not. However, identifying and making small changes is the best I can do. And then those small changes will soon be humongous. And, Whitney made a change overnight. And that's good because that's one less thing off your plate, right? Like you can breathe now. Okay, cool.
Woo.
Now we have other things because the work never ends. Like in this
Right.
journey of life, the work never ends. So you must release some of these bricks off of you to get to the next. You just have to. Like if there's the
Mm-hmm.
pressure somewhere, you have to release something to get to the next step. There's always going to be something. We don't ever
Yep.
stop adding, but I think, those daily affirmations on this beautiful show that you guys are listening to right now, we always affirm. That's been our thing for a while. And if you ever want to just get an affirmation, drop to the front of our show of every episode. We always affirm because at the end of the day, how we speak to ourselves is what's going to happen. And
Mm-hmm.
honey, it's giving great. We Every day is not a beautiful day. Every week's not a beautiful week. Every month may not be. We in Q4. It started off crunchy, but honey, it is soaring. Okay,
It
so
is. Ooh,
please,
Q4. I remember
please,
when hearing Q4, I told Erin, I was like, see,
just
Q4
like this
is
is
haunting
triggering.
me. It's haunting me. That's what it was I was going to talk about because you said about something about haunting. I was like, child, anytime I open up Instagram, Q4, 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 and I'm like, oh my God, I can't finish Q4 strong if I'm still working at this job.
Oh my
I'm
gosh, you're so
in
funny.
Q4 like under something like shivering, crying in the fetal position. I got to get out because I want to finish Q4 strong.
You can,
Can't wait
you
to share my
can.
testimony. I can't wait to share how I came through busting out that thing. Okay, rip me out that plastic hole. I can't wait. So,
Oh my goodness,
ciao.
that's epic.
Ready. I'm
That's
ready.
beautiful.
Q4. What's it? What is?
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I think, I think that's what's so awesome about it, right? Is like because like sometimes you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you know that it's gonna, if you make small changes, it can and it will be, and that is
Mm-hmm.
what it's about. Like at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day, like Q4 started off, it was a little crunch, like I had a whole situation last week. I was like, what is happening? This is the worst time. I don't have this. Like I felt like I lost like real valuable time. Seriously. Right? Because I can't when you don't feel good, you don't think.
Yeah.
Like
No.
I just I don't think, I don't and then I'm depressed. Okay, I'm sad. So my mental health's off, like all these things happen. So it's like when you can't see light at the end of the tunnel, but you like, nah, I'm pushing through, honey. It's giving bread and crackers over here. It's like if I gotta eat crackers every day, it's gonna happen
Oh,
because I
that's
need to.
what
I need to live.
That's what was in that
To
girl's thing. I
live.
gotta send it to you. Maybe I saved it. She said if I gotta buy a pack of noodles and oodles and eat that, I said, "Ooh, I feel that." I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, that's a whole different kind of beast. But you know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, for
Sometimes
sure.
you have to put yourself in that to really
You
like,
do, you do.
do that ultimate sacrifice. Because, child, why Jonah like noodles?
Oh, that's cute.
I don't. I'm like, how does he know how to eat? Like, but it's my grandma. But child, it's the sodium for me. I can't.
Yeah, I don't eat
It's
that.
not
I don't eat that.
healthy. Like,
Mm-mm.
why are we giving the baby that? But
Girl,
okay.
you already know the
Free
answer.
childcare.
Yeah.
You just gotta
Seriously,
do it.
seriously, like we might have to do an episode on that because let me tell you right there, there's a lot of pros and cons to that.
To
There's a
the
lot of
free
pros and cons.
childcare.
Yes, and it's actually
Woo.
long term. It's long term
Yes,
effects.
it
I
has.
feel
Oh
them
my god,
every day.
y'all, long term effects, and it's so funny because oh, my grandma thinks it's so funny to like tell people we'll be out. Say we're out eating someplace, and they'll notice the bond between Jonah and my grandma, and she'll
Uh-huh.
be like, "Yeah, when mommy's not here, we do this, and this." She'll be telling me, and she'll be like, "Oh yeah, we say we're gonna do that." Like like be telling me and telling them like
Uh-uh.
how she doesn't listen to any of my instructions. Like the
Oh,
most I
she's such
know,
a sweetie.
Jonah will get his full fruits. He's fruited up, okay? My grandma will do the fruits. So I love that. But the other stuff, He's eating McDonald's. I don't take Jonah to McDonald's. He's eating all the fast food. So
That's crazy.
the most I'll do is like Chick-fil-A sometimes. I've cut back so much. But that's why he always wants my grandma to pick him up from school, because she'll
Yeah.
take him to McDonald's. She'll go do and buy all this sugary candies and all the stuff that he wants, and he knows that I won't do that. So he
Mm-hmm.
always wants her to pick him up, because when I pick him up, I have an orange and a banana. That's the snack. And we're like, I'm very like, okay, we're doing this, and then it's homework, and then it's this, we'll go to the park. Like, I'm very like, da, da, da. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
we'll do this. And we're going to go to the store, pick out anything you want. Like,
Yeah, it's a free for all. It's a free for all. It's a free for all. It's tough. It's tough, you know. But I think, you know, like trying to say this the best way. You know, it's tough, but I think that's also like a big part of like not having, you know, two parents, you know, because at the end of the day,
mm-hmm,
it's like you guys could help each other balance a little bit more where you
mm-hmm,
don't need so much childcare, but you are doing it by yourself. So therefore you have to have other sources. And that is where it gets tricky. Like that's where you're like,
mm-hmm.
you know what? Um, single life is cool, you know, or single parenting because you had to do what you had to do, so not be depressed and stressed. Okay, you had to do what you had to do. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
However, you know, everybody that's trying to bust these babies out right now, you know, really think about that because at the end of the day, it's just not the makeup, and that's just not what it is. Like I be trying to tell people, but they think it's a joke. Single parenting is not what it is. Like single parent life is not what it is. It's
No.
you can do it 1,000%. You're capable. You will, honey. It will get done, child.
But you don't
But
want
that's not. But that's
to.
not the point. The point and the
Mm,
overall goal is to be able to create another life that is happy and able to reach those goals and able not to be where you are today. Um, and that's
because
deep. That's
Erin
deep. It's
knows
like
when
the struggle is
a
real.
woman gets pregnant and she's not married, I get pissed. Like, I know her. Like, it'd be like a famous person. I'm just like
It's so
pissed off.
annoying.
I'm
It's annoying.
pissed. And I'm
It's
like, okay, yeah, she's
annoying.
a millionaire, but why are you doing this? It's just
Because
from
we
like,
have created this, we have created this to be cute. Like they think this is cute. And talking from an
and I
OG, I feel like
understand
I'm an
it.
OG in the game now. Like I'm an
I
OG.
get it, because
It's not
people were
cute.
telling me don't do it. It's horrible, and I'm just like, I
Yes.
can do it, and I get it, because it's like once you're in it, you're just like, okay.
Yes.
Especially once you're past that like certain point, you're clouded. You're so clouded
Yes.
by like there's all the hormone, all these things happening. So
Mm-hmm.
you're not really in your clear mind. Trust
Nope.
you're not, y'all.
No. Nope.
So yes, like yes, I'm so happy to be mom. Jonah, y'all know Jonah is Jonah. Like that's my dog, that's my best friend, that's like my everything. But it is hard. And there's a lot of people who are not equipped for it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of women who have kids who like it's just some of us don't come out like this, and we're handling and all that. Like, and it's like I was at dinner with Charnice, and
Yeah.
she said she was talking to someone about me and saying how I'm doing such a great job and Jonah's so smart, and saying all of these things, all these positive things. And I'm like, me? You're saying this about me? I'm like, B, I'm hanging on by a thread. Like,
Yes.
like people see this thing and they don't
Mm-hmm.
know that on the other side, it's like, B,
Oh, honey, they know, G. They be knowing. They know. They know.
I'm barely making it.
They
Like,
know. They
child,
know. That's
we.
one thing I always know. I don't know. I think I just realized that like the older I get, I'm OG. I'm telling you, I be feeling it. Because people be saying that, but I'm like, because before they'll be like, man, man, you're doing good because they admire the fact that you're doing it solo. And so that's how they know that it
That
ain't
you're
easy. Like
doing
we
it,
make it
yeah.
look a little bit more easier, but they know it's not because one person, honey, two hands is better than one. Okay.
Child, that's
So
a dream.
they know, honey, the dream is dreaming, you know, the dream is dreaming.
I mean, the dream is gonna come in reality. Like last night, I was like, every time I like cook dinner, I feel so domestic because, child, I do not cook. Okay,
Okay, yes, best get yes, please get in the kitchen, child.
I'm a takeout queen. I can order amazing takeout, but and it's not that I don't like to cook. I just don't. But I made dinner last night, and I was just like, this is it. This is the life that I would love to be making dinner for my husband and my kids. Like, and I don't have to go to work
I mean, you
tomorrow.
say that.
I do. I really would. I
You
really
say
would.
that
I
until
would. I
until
so
you get to
would.
have to like deal with like another person. That's a job. So then you got two.
Yes, but he's gonna be my best friend too, just like Jonah's my best friend, and he's gonna be helping Jonah with his homework while I'm cooking because I was doing both yesterday. But it was fun because Jonah was right there, and we were
Yeah.
incorporating everything together, and just that's just how we do things. But just thinking of like, I mean, hell, the homework would probably already been done. You know what I'm saying? Like, just whatever. Like,
Yeah,
you just
no,
have to,
the help is
you
definitely
just have to
needed
get
for
things
sure.
done, and it's fine. And like, just like you're saying, we do it. It's not like it was like a horrible thing to have to cook dinner and go make sure he's writing the things right and make sure he's doing all the stuff right. It's whatever, but like, it's just having, like you said, that balance of someone else who's gonna
Yes.
be there while
Mm-hmm.
I'm cooking, helping our kids with something or helping do something, or even if
Do
he's watching
something, child. Do
even if
something.
he's
Do
watching
something.
football, that's fine. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
child, speaking of football, why? Y'all, I'm a new football
I
fan.
know. I know. I'm like, oh my God, what is she gonna
Why
say?
was I up? So I didn't know that Colorado played on Friday. Usually college games are on
Bitch,
Saturdays. So I
I
just
don't
happened to
know,
see it
child.
Friday. And I
Mm-mm.
was literally up till 1 a.m. watching the Colorado game on Friday in bed, watching on my phone. Crazy. Who
Ew.
am I, y'all? Who am I? Girl, watching it then on another tab, got the links up because I'm buying me and Jonah jerseys. I'm getting Jonah the Shador jersey and I'm getting Shiloh's jersey. It's happening. So yeah.
Yeah, child. Get it. Get it. Get
I'm
it.
going to
Get
Colorado. I
it.
actually know someone that lives there and he be going to the games. I'm going.
I mean,
I'm getting
Colorado is
there.
just fun to travel and place to go anyway, like hiking, Boulder, like it's such a vibe. It's actually really
Hmm.
beautiful over there. It's not a lot of us, but we sprinkled in there. We sprinkled
Right.
in there,
So
but
that's
it's
how
not
I
a lot of
know I'm gonna
us. But
shine because I'm gonna
oh,
stand
you
out
gonna
even
shine,
more.
honey? Yes, ma'am. You gonna shine? Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes,
Because I
ma'am.
mean, even if Shiloh doesn't work out, it's fine. But the coaches, y'all,
I
the
mean, the
coaches
coaches
fine.
is, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Because
mean, that's what I prefer. I
he
mean,
brought
listen.
all of them from Jackson State, so they some
Oh, okay.
good country,
Yeah,
homegrown.
yeah,
They
yeah, yeah,
fine too. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
so
Oh, honey, I know, honey, I know.
some going Jake, some going Jake.
So I believe it will. I believe it will. I believe it will. Or you just gonna be shaking because it get cold as hell. So either way, it's
Hmm.
something gonna shake. I like that. Speaking of sports, me and Jahan played basketball this weekend, and it was so funny. I felt
Love.
like a coach. Okay, I was really getting into it, y'all. I had to be like, okay, ma, like, because he was. It got to the point where he could not even stop laughing at me, y'all. Like the dude, my kid just looking at me and just like laughing. I was like,
Who
oh
are
god,
you?
yeah, yeah. Literally, he was looking at me like,
There's something about the sports is getting to us, girl. Erin's gonna
oh,
be the
it was
basketball mom. I'll
really
be the football mom.
funny. Basketball
Hmm.
all day. Actually, I was killing it on the court, honey. We was doing drills, honey. It got real. But y'all know I used to
See?
play basketball a little bit in like middle school, smidge in high school. I wasn't the best. I still ain't the greatest, but I still got the skill, honey. I'm
Just the
still an
athletics.
athlete.
It's
It's the
yeah,
athlete for me. Okay, track is my
yeah.
vibe, but it was really funny. So like we're really taking this basketball thing seriously because like there he has an opportunity to just go ahead and start practicing here next month. So
Lit.
I'm trying to like we're trying to take this basketball thing seriously. And it's gonna be like a new thing. Like we even went to the library yesterday and I got a basketball book because I was like, honey. And then last night he wanted to watch YouTube.
Love
I was
it.
like, honey, well, we're gonna watch the skills first. Like we're gonna focus on this. And it's like his face is like, man, is this serious? My
I
kid's not a
feel
sports
like
person. He's not athletic like that. But I'm like, he
uh-huh.
got it though, because
Yeah.
he got the energy. The energy is there, honey. He got more
Mm-hmm.
energy. I don't even know. I don't know who could wake up at 7 a.m. happy after they just went to bed at 2 and energized, because that ain't me. He didn't get that gene from
Yeah.
me. I don't know. I don't know. That gene ain't the gene he got from me. Because I've
Well,
always been
and
a
two,
sleeper.
when he starts practice, because he's gonna be around the other kids doing it,
Yeah.
that's gonna be it. It's gonna be over after that. That's lit.
Hmm.
I'm excited for that.
I'm
Okay.
excited. I'm excited.
Big
So
J.
it's getting there. Like we're taking this seriously. Found us a good core. It's getting a little nippy sometimes. We're gonna spend a little bit of time here and there on the court. So
Mm-hmm.
it is giving, You got football, basketball. So drop us a football or basketball in the comments. Let us know what is your favorite sport and what do we need to come? You gonna get some Colorado game picks from Whit. You just gonna get
Mhm.
some on the court videos for me, child. I posted a couple on a little story yesterday because it was like, honey, we out here on the court.
We out here.
See me on
We
the court.
outside. We
We
outside.
outside in the court, okay? I'm trying to keep my allergies up because I'm trying to be outside, but on the court. You feel me? You feel me?
You
I actually
feel
like
me?
it though. I feel like I've just been such in my inner child. It's like insane. I love it here. I really do. It's really fun because it's just
That's
like you could just have so
important.
much fun. Like I want to play
Yeah.
basketball. Like I gotta be on a computer all the time. I gotta talk to people. I gotta make deals. I gotta hold them accountable. It's like, ugh, I need to play. Like I want to
Mhm.
play. That's my release. Like I've learned like that's my vibe. Like I want to go skating. I was trying to go skating the other day and it was closing early. I was so annoyed. I still got my skate bag ready though. So I'm like, look, I want to go skating. I want to play basketball. I mean, I'm down to do tennis. Like, I'm really down to do all of the fun stuff.
Yeah.
That's the energy I'm at.
The hood healer talks about inner child work all the time.
It's so
All
good.
the time.
It's
Yep, yep,
so
yep.
good. It's
Yeah.
so good. It's actually
Mhm.
like that wasn't really something I was trying to work on. I really like focus on like a lot of trauma, but I think that like life has this way of like helping you with what your purpose is. And so this inner child healing is helping with traumas. Like now it's like I'm unfazed. I do have certain triggers, which we have lots of
We're
triggers, you
gonna have
guys, and that's
a
just
yeah.
always gonna be a thing. But I think just really identifying and understanding what it is that you are really, 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 really trying to get out of the deal. And honey, it shall happen. Like it shall happen. So do your inner child. Like if you have a kid anyway, do it. Or if you have like a niece, a nephew, or if you guys are single out there, date somebody with a kid. Single parents need love too. Do you feel me? Like we need love too. So if you ain't got no kids, honey, date somebody with a kid. And it's not saying you got to be there forever if that's not really what you're seeking, but I do find that it does help you really in a lot of ways. Like kids have a really magical way of opening up things in your life. They're innocent.
Or
They don't give a shit. They're
right.
carefree. It's fun.
Yeah,
It's
something else because
fun.
I see over here all the time, like your local sports may need like coaches and like people to officiate, like stuff like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Volunteer to do that. So if you used to play football back in the day or basketball or whatever sport, like
Yep.
go volunteer at your local thing because you are able to help. Like I knew someone who used to do that, and it's just they love just being able to give back to the
Yes.
community. Like yes, it took
That's
time. Like
fun too.
they had to do it after work, but they were fulfilled because they were able to help. So even
That's
if you
fun.
don't like have the kids, and there's a lot of single men out there who just don't have time. Like they just go out and do other stuff because I remember before I had Jonah, just being single, you don't want to be at home by yourself, so you go out to the bars or go do other stuff that just you're spending money. You're like not doing anything that's really fulfilling. So yeah, change it up, and then after you go do that, then go have a drink at the bar.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's actually like when I was doing that yesterday, I was realizing I was like, damn, like I really do have patience.
Hmm.
For children, which a lot of people just don't like. It's just not their thing. But I have a special needs kid, and it takes a lot of time and energy and patience to be able to like teach and things like that. And oh, we went to the gym too, so just like really working on those things. I was like, what, I really need to like, not that I need to add anything on my plate, no, but I find that like I need to volunteer a little bit. Like I just do. Like it also kind of refills my cup when I'm doing something like that, right? Like that's
Hmm.
also like it is time consuming, but it's fun and it's bright because you number one, special need kids are awesome. So if you guys are not very familiar and you want to learn more, we'd love to tell you about them, but they just don't give a shit. And it's
Hmm.
actually freaking beautiful. Like it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time. Like,
Hmm.
honey, it's unfazed. Like, if he's upset about something, he's upset. But rarely ever does my kid like get cry and be mad. Like, he don't
Hmm.
care. Like, he don't care. Like if you upset, you upset on your own. And like I love that about him. Like I really do. Like sometimes I just look at him, I'm just like, oh, like I smile because I'm like, damn, like I just love that you just don't give a shit. Like I love it. Sometimes it's a little rude and like some people don't understand, like, because he might not be like, excuse me, or
Right.
he's like, move bitch, you see him coming, you see him
But
coming. And it's like, okay, you know, I'm like,
I
okay,
agree,
well, it's like
John.
manners to me. He's like, nah, like I'm coming.
Get out my way.
Like you say, you saw me. He will look at you. He will. He
You
will. And I'm
feel
like,
me?
but it's like it's just those little things, like giving back. It's to the season now, right? And I've always wanted to give back to people or something during the holidays. I'm not a holiday person. I'm not about to get no coin, but I do want to give the time and energy because I feel like that right there is priceless because people have really shitty people in their life or very vindictive, narcissist type people in their life and good
Manipulative.
energy. Yes, like just
Ooh,
liars, rude, disrespecting. So it's like sometimes you just need, like, you genuinely need good ass energy. I do. I need it. I be needing it. So I know someone that's in a lower position, maybe, or just a different position than I am, might need it too. I
yeah.
need high vibrations. I need that. And everyone needs that. Y'all can act
Mm-hmm.
tough all day. You could think you got it all day, but honey, you need, I repeat, you
Need.
need you need it. You do. Everybody needs it. Okay. So great example. Y'all know I ain't been watching the news lately. I haven't. I really have not. I haven't been able to tap in because it gets to you, right? Like I do want to know what's going on. I do. I do in
Yeah.
case somebody try to roll up on me. But it's like, man, like I saw something the other day, like someone they had a shooting at the fair, and I'm just like, I was just considering taking my kid to the fair, just about 2.5. I was like, you know what? Do we really need it though? Um, I don't know. And that's not saying that I gotta, like that can stop it. However, I just don't even want to be in a chaotic situation like that. Like
Right.
that does not
Yeah.
sound fun. Because
Mm-mm.
also I feel like knowing that people are a little crazy, it's super big. I gotta be on guard anyway, because y'all are just crazy as hell these days. I don't know what's in the water. But then it's like now it's just like y'all don't even want to look if you buck no more. Like you want to just shoot a bitch. It's like no, stop. Y'all gotta stop bumping them guns and don't got no hands, and that's the problem. Like y'all don't got no hands
Mm-hmm.
no more. Remember in the school they was
Mm-hmm.
like, who got no hands? Nobody got hands no more.
Nobody's trying to fight.
Nobody's got hands, and it's like at the end of the day, it's like I feel like that's the ultimate power. Because honey, put your money where your mouth is because you should
Uh,
be hitting the gym. You need to make sure your fitness and your breath up because you ain't eating good and you ain't going to the gym. So all you got is your gap. You feel me? You feel more powerful for taking me down like that. But at the end of the day, I got more power from you for my strength, honey. So I'm gonna bust you up.
and I mean, not to just the men, also women too. But I mean,
Mm.
wouldn't you want to get in the gym? We love a man that's cut up, that got the biceps and the abs. So why not go to the gym? Cause the Gucci, cause Gucci don't even got a Gucci no more. So the bellies, y'all, let's get in the gym, okay? Please.
Get in the gym. Get in the
I
gym,
might not go to
child.
the gym, but I'm gonna eat right. I'm not about to have no belly, man.
I think I don't
You could
even know.
crunch. You could work out at home. I'm not opposed to doing some crunches now, like in the house just to keep something. But child, if you just like Erin said, if you are just relying on the gun, not you can't even throw hands. It made me think of Friday when Craig was gonna fight Debo, and his dad was giving him the lesson to use his hands and not
Yeah,
rely on the gun. And that's a big scene in Friday. You got knocked the bug out. So
it's a big deal. It's a big deal. A big deal.
hmm
Challenge in Q4. Q4 challenge. Okay, this is it. This is it. This is
Wait, is
it.
that the
It's
title?
yeah. The challenge. The title is Q4.
Q4,
Q4
baby.
because in Q4 you need to learn to put your money where your mouth is, and that's in every scenario. So this goes in a lot of
Period.
ways, y'all. This goes in a lot of ways. Use it. Don't just read. Don't just hear what you want to hear. Okay, put your money where your mouth is at work. If you talking that cash shit, your work performance must be it. It must be okay. And your family life. Don't talk shit about your cousin when you doing the same thing in your life ain't right.
Ooh,
Get your life
ooh,
right. Get your life right. Get your life right.
ooh,
Okay.
ooh,
With your friends. Don't worry about what she doing. Do you, sis? She a hot mess. Hot mess her ass to the back of the bus, and you keep pushing, honey. Okay,
ooh,
let's go. Okay, then get your coins together. Don't look at nobody else if you got insufficient funds. You ain't no
ooh,
better just because you got Gucci. That don't mean you any better. You need to pawn the Gucci and get you some brains and get your ass in the gym.
ooh.
Okay, then it's like, okay, look,
He said,
BBLs is
pawn the Gucci,
cool.
y'all.
BBL cool, mommy makeover tummy tuck is cool, but honey, let me just let you know that ain't gonna fix you. That ain't gonna make him love you. That ain't gonna make him do right. You got to do right within yourself. So I'm gonna need y'all to get in the gym, but get your mind right because when you get your mind right, your body instantly fall in place. It's crazy. It's like a miracle. I'm telling you. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you. It is like a miracle. Get
Yep.
your mind right. You naturally want to eat better. You're naturally gonna want to be active. You're naturally gonna want to do stuff. And before you know it,
Mm-hmm.
your body was better than the BBL. Cause you know why the BBL? Honey, you gonna have to still have some stuff done. You gonna be tired of them poking on you, sis. And then when stuff go wrong, that's like cause you got fluids backed up, your booty done crunched in. It's just giving too much. So put your money where your mouth is. You is not the rappers online. You is not the Instagram model. That's not your life. Put your money where your mouth is. Know
Wow.
what your purpose is. If your purpose is to be a librarian and write a book, bitch, do that. Do it. Do
Because
it. Because let me tell
honestly,
you right
y'all,
now, that's it.
kept those when people be getting BBLs and lipo, them stomachs don't be looking good. You can
You can
tell.
tell.
I
You can
hate the stomachs.
always tell.
They look hard.
They
It's so funny.
hard. They're
Me and
hard.
my friend Charnice, it's a thing.
They're hard.
I will send her. I'm like, girl, you see the stomach? It just looks it doesn't look good. Not hard like Tiana Taylor abs hard. It looks
No,
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 it looks
no.
terrible.
It's tough.
It
It
looks
looks
like
tough.
it looks
It's
like someone's
tough.
trying to fight to get out.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
I hate it. I
It
hate a
is.
BBL tummy tuck liposuction stomach, dog. That shit is
I do
terrible.
too. I do
Go
too.
to the gym, bruh.
I
The
do.
same money you're gonna spend on the BBL, get a personal trainer, and you will come down on chrome.
But
Come
it's
down on
nothing
chrome.
like the nice, juicy fluffiness of it, right? When you
Like
guys get
Meg.
those
Think of
surgeries,
Meg the Stallion.
y'all
No
be it
surgery.
stuffy y'all up. Like it do something. It do something. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like let it be free. Like let me tell you right now, body ain't perfect, but honey, it's perfect for me. But it makes me feel good. The number one, if I gotta go to the doctor, it's not because of something I did. Because I don't know about y'all, but I don't like going to the doctor. I don't like blood and guts. I don't like that stuff. I don't like it. So it's like to know that
Mm-mm.
you're not over. You get the boobs done. I used to want a boob job so bad. But in reality, I'm looking at them like, honey, they're doing what they need to do.
I'll be all right. Like,
They look it works for my body. Like it works, it
yeah,
flows, it looks proportionate. But also it makes me realize like if someone really likes me and want to be with me and all that, that's because they want to be with authentic me, not
yeah,
something that I had to make myself be. And I think that
right.
ultimately that is a big part of love in the partnership that anyone should desire, right? Is that they love who I am from the inside out. Like yes, the body is going to be bodying, but it's not about the body. It's about my mind and how my mind is so freaking sexy that everything is like, honey, she walking on gold.
Mm-hmm.
So Q4, your mind is what makes you sexy. Okay, put your
Period.
money where your mouth is. Mind.
Yep.
Your mind will bring your money. Your mind will bring you your man. Your mind will bring you that mindset that you need to pursue everything that you want to do. Money
Mm-hmm.
over mind. Money over mind. Hey, money over mind.
Period.
You like that
Love
titty
it.
jack? If you're not on YouTube, you did not see that titty bounce, but
Speaking
it's
of,
only I know, right? But you guys need to get it in. as best as best as best as best as possible. In Q4, we have what about 6 weeks? No, my math's off. Shit. What is it? 10 weeks? 10, 12 weeks left
Oh, in the year.
of Q4? Yeah.
Hmm.
So get it in. What can you do for the rest of the month to better yourself?
Yeah, better yourself for November. Yeah.
Yes,
How
I
can you?
am.
What can you do to give yourself a leg up for November?
Yes. So what does that mean? If that self care is read more, read more, sis. Who cares? That's
Hmm.
hot, actually. A smart woman is hot,
Hmm.
honey. Honey, that means she could cook, clean, and she could read. Child. Blessings, blessings. Because I'm tell you right now, some of those BBL girls, they dumb as a box of rocks, honey. They dumb, and
Ooh.
their mindsets are trash, and they wonder why you
Hmm.
still are single and you just got somebody to knock you up, but he didn't put a ring on it. No, boo. No, boo. No, boo.
And not the
No, boo.
restaurant.
No, boo. No, boo. Because
Hmm.
I haven't seen a woman that got the business, or he bought her a restaurant or bought her a house and condos and assets, and then 3 years later get her pregnant or something with a ring. I'm not. I need to get the. I think we should get assets first, minus the baby. Like, let's get some
Hmm.
assets. Like, hey, because I mean, if you really think about it, the baby gonna cost just that much. So in real life,
So
let's
you need to
get
do all this stuff
something.
first so it can pay for the day you want
Yeah.
to have.
Yeah. So I mean, even if y'all say, you know what, hey, let's do a rental property together. I mean, y'all both make money. So at the end of the day, there's actually no loss. It's actually a business partnership, which will also let you know if he's gonna be a good father, because if he's taking care of the business, he's gonna be mature, he's gonna show up every day. And then it's like, all right, cool, I've invested with him. So if I have a baby with him, we have already embedded generational wealth within ourselves as friendships, because we respect each other. We will respect each other as business partners. I think we should. That's how we gonna end the new year in Q1. We're getting assets. Okay,
Hmm.
we're not getting babies.
Assets
We're
over
getting
liabilities.
assets. Seriously.
Assets over liabilities.
Let's
Okay.
let's get a rental property. Let's open up a food truck. Let's open up a store, or let's. I mean, hell, I don't even care if we are working together to help pay off debt, right? Like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm cooking for you. You doing all the car washing stuff. Like, let's partner together. Like, if it's okay if you don't have the money to do X, Y, Z, but like, let's do something else. Like,
And then it don't even have to be with your man. If you have a
no,
friend or a bestie or whatever, and y'all have that same like business mindset, do that shit. Like
do it.
start the business together. Because like Erin said, two brains are better than one. Like have a weekly meetup every other week, once a month. Bring your computer. Y'all be doing like do stuff together so y'all you
Mm-hmm.
can make this money because it's there. Like
It's there.
why we can have and have it. Just you can still work your job. We ain't telling you to work your job, but have this money to
Actually, do
invest.
keep your jobs of some sort. I think
Always keep the job.
multiple
Yeah,
incomes are great
always
right
keep
now.
your job and have like five other things that you're doing that brings in income. Not even income that you got to go spend on a Gucci, Louis, whatever, but just money that is investing and saving. Do
Mm-hmm.
CDs, all those things that so when you retire, you got the 401k from your job and you got all these other things that you was working on for the past 20, 30 years that you're
Yep.
really comfortable. And there's
Yeah.
so many people right now who can't retire. I don't want to
Yeah.
be that person, okay? I'm
Me
trying you want
either.
to be better than your parent. So like 60, 65, 70, like we should be traveling and da da da. This is our time to grind and do all that stuff. So like while you see people your age or younger, they're in Mexico and they're in Paris, which is amazing and it's a blessing that people so young can do that. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to enjoy it when you're 60. It doesn't mean that. So
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
don't look at that. You could probably still go when you're young, but it's just so fulfilling when you can still go when you're older and not have to worry and know that you put in all that work to just be in Italy for a month, you
Yeah.
know, and
I
still have all
agree.
them investments plus more that you've been working on for the past however many years. Because
Yep.
people like Steve Harvey, he was probably almost 70, late 60s, and he lit. You know what I'm saying? Like the older it's not the same. Like girl, so
No.
at the my
Mm-mm.
new
Even if you're
job.
starting right now, like, you good.
Yeah,
You good.
yeah.